Psalm 40 has always been a special verse to me since it started with my children. And in that, it says, many will see what he has done and be amazed. And I'm amazed. I'm amazed by our family's story, because without God, we wouldn't be here today. My children would be just another statistic.
Gosh, I remember meeting Sheree and her family 7 years ago, I would say. And it was a time of devastation. I remember her talking and crying. I think the first family member that came through was Alex, and I remember during the intake process, I just remember just how broken the family was.
The boys lost their dad at an early age, and so that's really impacted my life and their life. I was blessed that God brought us a godly man to help in this journey, because if it were not for him, I don't think I could have made it through.
So Adam and Alex and I kind of started this journey all together. Drinking, partying, drugs, whatever it was, we all did it together.
I remember one time Alex, this is a hard story to tell. He texted me one time and said he was hungry. So got in the car, went to Burger King, got some food. Adam rode with me. He said, "You're not going there by yourself." So I remember looking at him, and he was so thin and looked so bad. And I told him, I said, "Just get in the car. Just get in the car. Let's go somewhere. Just get in the car. We can go get help. I'm good. I'm good." And I pulled away from there, and I just started praying, "God, please don't let my child die. Please don't let my child die. Save him. You can save him." And 3 days later, he was arrested. And you know, God doesn't always answer our prayers in the way that we want him to answer them. You know, that's not the way I would have chosen. But God saved him that day. We went through secular programs where they teach AA, NA, and between the two, we did no less than 7 programs. We even did a faith-based program for 4 months, but there again, faith is different things to different people. Here he learned an addict is not who God created him to be. And that's not who he is today. You know, he was taught that I'm not an addict for the rest of my life, and so I might as well just get used to it, and that's who I am, because that's a heavy thing to be on your shoulders. He's now has his degree in IT. He has a college degree now, something that people told him he would never have, because he was always going to be this addict and be worthless and no good, and that's just who you are.
After Alex coming through and doing great, and just kept getting reports how well he's doing. He's starting school, he's in school, and it just warmed my heart. And then all of a sudden, I get a call, and they're needing help for their cousin, Patrick.
You want the people you love to make it out of the mess, and that's what we call it when they were in their mess. That's our word for it. And so we knew that Patrick was in a mess, you know, so I start talking to him.
First moment of clarity came about 5:30 in the morning. I was standing in the mirror in a hotel room, and I looked down at my hand, and I saw my wedding band. And I realized that I had an infant daughter and a wife back home. And I looked at the decisions I was making and just realized that I had been here before. I knew where this was going to end.
And so, you know, I would get these varied texts from him from time to time, and I call them drug rants. I would just text him back, "When you want help, let me know. When you're ready for something else, let me know."
So I called my Aunt Sheree, because she'd always told me, "Whenever you're ready, just let me know."
And I never will forget the day I got the text and he said, "I'm ready." That's all he said, was "I'm ready."
Right then with my family, my mother, my wife came, everybody came. And I let them know my decision to come to Spring to Life.
And then that's when Alex drove him here to S2L. And he's on staff now. I mean, and just to see the difference in his life, and his family has been restored.
Once I was working here, my cousin Adam decided to come through the program.
We've had some dark times in our family. There's been times where the call from jail was not the worst call I could think of. The worst call I could think of was somebody coming to tell me that my child was dead.
I lost my first job, actually got into it at FedEx with a truck driver. I went to rehab when I was 18 after that, and from there on, my life consisted of jails and rehabs.
And we got a call about 2 o'clock in the morning, one of Adam's friends. "We've had a bad wreck, Sheree. Adam's not doing good. You need to get over here."
One night I got really, really drunk and ended up in a bad car accident with a good friend.
So I start asking, "Where's Adam?" And I see all of his friends standing on the side of the road just like this. I'm like, "Where's Adam? Where's Adam?" And so then here come the EMTs, and I'm like, "Where is my son?" Because I see all these other boys that I know, but where is my son? And so they sit me down in the back of this ambulance, and they want to, "Here, let us get you." I'm like, no, I stood up. "Where is my child? I want to see my child." "Okay, we'll let you see him before they take him away."
I'll never forget that phone call coming through about Adam being in that wreck, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, something like that. It was Alex calling me, asking me what happened to Adam. He was raising all sorts of Cain, asking, "Why is Mom going to Erlanger? Why'd she leave out here? Something's wrong with Adam." I was like, "Dude, I don't know. I've been sleeping." And then shortly after that, I get a call saying that Adam had been pronounced dead on the scene.
They were bagging him as they were wheeling him over to the helicopter to life flight him to Chattanooga.
I woke up from a coma, didn't know what had happened. I was scared to death.
When he went to go pick up the vehicle crash report, they asked him who he was, and they told him his name was Adam Kidd. And they said, "Well, it says in the report that you were dead on arrival."
They ended up cutting me off of my pain medication, and I turned to the streets and started finding them there. And once that quit working, I started using IV drugs, and that was pretty much my demise.
Adam came here and God began to break him in a beautiful way.
One day at a catapult, I believe Adam Comer was preaching at the catapult, and it was about surrendering, and I finally went down to that altar, and I believe I was the last person to get up from prayer.
The changes I've seen in him are just immeasurable. I can't even explain it. The maturity, the joy he has back in his life, the laughter.
Today, I don't look to what is going on around me. I have that childlike faith that God is doing something in my life. And even though it's not what I intentionally wanted, I know He has a plan for me. And now the peace of God, it's just overwhelming me right now.
I'll catch them on campus. They don't know. Sometimes I'll watch the staff and how they interact with the guys and the guys at the lodge. And to watch him interacting with another guy who just came in, and he's coaching him and he's encouraging him, man, it's a miracle. It's truly a miracle. The life that they came here with and the life that God's restored them now, I mean, it is truly incredible. I'm chills even thinking about it now, about the way that guy was when he came in. And the way he is now, he's full of joy, laughter, and he encourages. He knows he has purpose.
All these boys grew up more as brothers than cousins. So to say that S2L is our family is a true statement. You know, if we hadn't have come to S2L, my children would have been just another statistic, because I honestly don't think that they would have made it through.